All right, today we're going to talk about area and perimeter of triangles. And something tells me that a lot of the problems are going to be very similar to yesterday's, but you've just got to use a different formula to find the area of a triangle. All right, area of a triangle is equal to 0.5 times the base times the height. What I told you yesterday about base and height holds true today as well. Base, not band, base, and height are perpendicular. Okay? They're always perpendicular. Base and height are always perpendicular. All right, so top of page 782. Find the perimeter and the area of each triangle. And here's the first triangle that you're given. And you've got a 19 up top. You've got a 41. And you've got some dimensions. $27 and a $30. So in this triangle, this leg that's the 19, it's extended by this dashed line. And then the vertical dashed line, that represents your height. So the 19 in this case is your base, all right, because this red piece of the triangle, this red leg of the triangle, is perpendicular to this blue dimension right here. The red is perpendicular to the blue. That makes the red the base. It makes the blue the height. So the area is going to be equal to 0.5 times the base, which is 19, times the height, which is 30. So in your calculator, 0.5 times 19 times 30. 285. Now for the perimeter, you're missing this leg of the triangle. But that leg of the triangle is the hypotenuse of this right triangle formed by these dimension lines. So you're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the third side of the triangle. So call it x if you want. You can say x squared equals 27 squared plus 30 squared. So x squared equals, in your calculator, type 27x squared plus 30x squared. And hit equals. And it gives you 1629. Save you a step. And then while that number's, you can write that number down, but then you're going to square root both sides. Okay, so your 1629, you can square root it. It's 40.36. Okay? 40.36. Now just leave that number in your calculator, okay? Because you have to use it to add to the 41 and the 19, don't you? So leave it sitting in your calculator and push plus 41 plus 19 and hit equals. And you get 100.36, so that could be 100.4. Does that make sense to everybody? Perimeter, you add all the sides up. Correct. Area is base times the height. All right, example 3b. All right, they're making you do some extra work here. You need the area and the perimeter, and you're missing two sides. But you've got a right triangle on the left, formed by these dimension lines. So if you call this side x and this side y, wouldn't 6 squared plus x squared equal 13 squared in that right triangle? So here, try this. Subtract 6 squared from each side. X squared will equal. In your calculator, type 13 squared minus 6 squared. You're going to type 13, push the x squared button, minus 6 x squared button, and hit equals. You get 133. What's that? The normal way is just to square them, write it down, subtract from each side. I'm trying to just speed up the process for you. Because the 133 is still sitting in your calculator, and you can just find the square root of it. It's 11.5. And now I've got other calculator work to do. Well, actually, just leave that. I'm going to write 11.5 here, but that's the height of the triangle, isn't it? And the 29 is the base. So the area is going to be equal to, I'm not going to use 11.5. I'm going to use what's sitting on the screen of my calculator because that's the true height, not rounded. So I just take that value and push times 29. And I get 334.44, so it's 334.4. What? Oh, you got to multiply it by 0.5, don't you? Yeah, I forgot that. So just times 0.5. 167.2. Good call, Brandon. $167.2. Perimeter is going to be equal to, it's that 11.5 again, plus 29. Missing this hypotenuse, right? So that's your that's going to be 11.5 squared plus 29 squared equals y squared. Uh, 31.2. Did you guys get 31.2 for the y? Alright, so those are your three sides that you're going to add together. 11.5 plus 29 plus 31.2. 71.7. Perimeter. 167.2 is your area. That'll be the first part of your assignment. Second part of your assignment, they're going to probably give you the area or perimeter, and they're going to have you solve for a variable. So look at example 4 on page 782. And you've got this triangle. They're telling you the height is b plus 5. They're telling you that the base is equal to b. The height, let's see, the height of a triangle is 5 centimeters more than its base. The area of the triangle is 52 square centimeters. So the area equals 52. And the area equals 0.5 times base times height. So this is how you would set up a problem when the height is 5 units more than the base and the area equals 52. You're going to substitute. Okay? So your substitution is going to be replace the a with a 52 equals 0.5 times the base, which is b, times the height, which is b plus 5. So 0.5 times b is 0.5b, and you got to multiply that by b plus 5. So 0.5b times b is 0.5b squared plus 0.5b times positive 5 would be half of 5b, right? 2.5b. Everybody with me? What do you think you got to do next? Say again? What did he say? Subtract the 52. So you got 0 equals 0.5b squared plus 2.5b minus 52. Now, if you want, you can clean this up. Meaning, if everything in the trinomial is divisible by the same number, you can divide by that. If you divide both sides by 0.5, zero divided by 0.5 is still 0. Look, the 0.5b squared divided by 0.5, the 0.5's cancel, don't they? So you're just left with a b squared. In your calculator, take 2.5 and divide it by 0.5. And you should get 5. Agreed? Because dividing by a half is the same as doubling. And what's 52 divided by a half going to be equal to? Negative 104. You can do the quadratic formula, or you can factor. I'm a factor guy. It's way faster. I need two numbers that multiply to 104 but add to 5, or combine to 5. So my factors of 104 are 1 and 104. I can't combine those to get a 5. I got 2 and I got 52. Can't combine those to get a 5. Alright, 104 divided by 3. 104 divided by 3. It doesn't go evenly. But 104 divided by 4, it goes 26 times. So 4 and 26. But I can't get a 5 out of a 4 and a 26, can I? Are you guys with me on that, or did I lose you? Yeah? Okay. So let's try 104 divided by 12. Nope. I shouldn't have skipped numbers. You got them? 8 and 13. There you go. So 8 and 13. 8 times 13 is 104. 13 minus 8 is 5. So here's your factors. You got a b plus 13, and you got a b minus the 8. And all of that's equal to 0. Because positive 13 times negative 8 is negative 104. And positive 13 minus 8 is positive 5. So now you set both factors equal to 0. B plus 13 equals 0, and b minus 8 equals 0. And you solve them both. Alright, the b represented the base of that triangle, and it can't be negative, so you don't use the negative 13. You only use the 8. So back up to the top. Your b equals 8. You can, if you want. I mean, it's just going to be long and drawn out, and even longer than the problem already is. Yes.
I have to be plugged in for Windows and plug on this and do that.
What's that?
I have to be plugged in for Windows and do it on this.
Blur bear. All right, so let me give you some practice for today. I know that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want page 783. And the triangle problems on 783. You want 5, 6, 7, 5 through 7. You want 9, 12, 13, do 21. You got to do 25 and 26. Those are going to be on your problems like that are going to be on your quiz. So add 25 and 26 to that, and that's it. 25 and 26. All right, I need you to work on that till the bell rings because you don't have a whole lot of time left.